Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching us from. This is Esther, your host. I am back and with better things. Thank you for being our esteemed viewer, and we shall continue together. I would like to encourage you to keep interacting. Thank you for them who have been asking questions. The questions are many, and we shall continue to answer them. I would also want to encourage you, if probably there's something you would want to go live or to have a recorded session, you are almost welcome. This is your platform, this is your place, it is your safe space, a place where you can interact without fear of being victimized, because this is where we come to bring our problems and we are able to help one another. So I want us to go direct to our questions, and today we have question from one of our esteemed viewers who is asking, at what time should I seek professional help for my mental health? At what point should I seek professional help for my mental health? A very, very important question. And as we said earlier, mental challenges or mental illnesses are just an illness like any other. There's no need for us to hide, for us to pretend. When you're sick, and just like you seek intervention for malaria and typhoid, it is important, for the sake of yourself, for the sake of the people around you, it is important for you to seek professional help. Now, I'll be giving some of the ideas or some of the symptoms that you look at and you know it is about time for me to reach out to seek help. Remember, as we said earlier, not all symptoms show to everyone the same way, but it is good to understand your own brain. It is good to understand your own body. It is good to understand yourself. And for that reason, you will be able to know at what point am I losing it and I need intervention. Okay, so one of the symptoms that you need to look at is persisting symptoms of anxiety. Persisting symptoms of anxiety. Remember, we said that anxiety comes to each and every one of us at some point in life for some reason. But when it starts or when it is persistent, it just gets to know that it is time for you to reach out and say, hey, I need help, because it is important. When you see yourself being with anxiety symptoms like mood swing that doesn't seem to go, you seem to have mental fatigue that continues with you or follows you so long, when you see that you lack motivation, even to do things that you have desired and have loved doing before, it is time for you to for you to reach out. Sometimes you could have this persistent lack of sleep. Yes, don't just go behind there, try to take coffee all the time, try to get Piriton. It is time for you to know that for every symptom that is shown, there could be an underlying factor, and therefore seek out for help and you'll be helped. Okay, so just watch out. If these symptoms persist and they interfere with your daily life activities, you're not able to function as you have always functioned, then just reach out. Okay, so another symptom is when you have mental challenges that interfere with your daily functioning. They need to be persistent. They interfere with your daily functioning. There is something that you've been able to do with ease, and now consistently you find yourself being challenged on the same. Okay, at times it could be your work. You have been performing at work, but you realize that you're going down the drain and you're going at a very high rate and it is not coming to an end. Just know that you need to reach out and to find help. Sometimes mental challenges or mental illnesses have put some people in very awkward position, to a point of people losing their jobs. People have lost their families. People have lost their relationships, important relationships, meaningful relationships. People have lost their spouse in the process of trying probably to cover or to manage or to be able to work out your mental well-being. So it is not evil, it is not wrong, it is not something that shows weakness. It is a challenge like any other. So reach out, get help out there, and you're able to move on very well. Okay, if you're a student out there and you realize without your studies you are dropping significantly and you cannot be able to help yourself, seek out and say that you need help. Let's keep going. The other one is when you display physical symptoms. Believe you me, that sometimes mental illnesses have presented serious physical symptoms. I once had a friend who got admitted thrice before they realized that the problem was actually not the physical. It was the mental challenge. It was the mental illnesses. And there are many factors. There are many things in life that will give you pressure. Sometimes there are things, issues that are constantly with you. Probably you have somebody who is ill and it has terminal illness, or it is yourself who is having a terminal illness. You are probably could be found in this position. And therefore, instead of struggling and suffering alone, make sure that if you find yourself with physical symptoms, you reach out and say, I am affected. There are people who have found themselves losing appetite. You lost appetite. You cannot be able even to take the food that your favorite foods, your favorite meal, you do not want to take them anymore. You know, you have unexplained physical pains. Sometimes mental illnesses come as physical pain. Just reach out, speak about it. You will definitely find help. Don't die out there. There is help. There are people who are professionally trained. There are people who are knowledgeable, and they can be able to help. When you find or you realize that your coping mechanisms are not effective anymore, you are this kind of a person who initially you have been able to cope with stressful situations. You have been able to balance even when you fall a bit in your emotional ability. You are able to get back on your feet. Then you realize it is not the situation, it is not the case anymore. Most people have gone out there, you have been accused. I have seen people on social media trolling, making fun, and others definitely making money out of people who need help. Before you do that, reach out to that person and advise them, or work with them towards getting professional help. Sometimes it's life events, you know, you are not able to manage the basic things. It goes down even to being unable to manage yourself as an individual, your hygiene, you know, your self-care, your basic things, daily living skills become a problem. If this persists, it is about time for you to reach out. When you experience significant changes in your social behavior, it is okay sometimes to have me time, but when this withdrawal or isolation becomes significant and for a long time, my dear friend, reach out. It could be a factor, or it could be just a tip of the iceberg to an underlying challenge that needs to be unearthed, and you need help. So reach out, talk about it. If it is nothing, I would prefer that you talk about it and you realize it was nothing after all. Instead of dying and people out there think you're okay, some people go out and start to accuse you. This person ni maringo, this person does not interact with people, amepata pesa meringa, and maybe you are going through something. You need help and you die out there. Please do not. And finally, I would say, if you have those suicidal thoughts that cross your mind, you cannot see anything that is beneficial, you do not notice anything that is helpful, yeah, you have what maybe probably from the eyes of people, you look like you have what it takes, you are doing well. We have seen great professionals, we have seen great businessmen, and at the end of the day unasikia somebody committed suicide and you are like, if I were them, I can't. They have everything. Imagine they have everything apart from mental well-being. So if you find yourself in that situation, please reach out, talk about it. There is no need to self-harm. Before you go ahead and commit suicide, before you go ahead and self-harm, please seek immediately, or rather immediately, seek professional attention. My friend, I want to encourage you. Life has a lot of pressure, a lot to take care of. There is a lot that is demanding your attention, but don't die. Don't break. Just seek out and reach out and seek professional help. Probably for somebody who would want to research more and read more, there is a statistical manual of mental disorder, the 5th edition. Just look out for it. And I want to read the reference so that you can go out there and read more and get more information. American Psychiatric Association Diagnostic and Statistic Manual of Mental Disorder, the 5th edition. It will give you a lot of information and you will be informed and you can be able to make informed decision. Until next time, my dear friend, may you remain mentally healthy. See you. Bye.